Hello everyone, this is Uhasa, and we just got a new update from the game designers about this is a patch preview for patch 1.117. Okay, so today we're going to go through a TLDR of what they're saying and what this all means. So we're going to start here in the major adjustments. So for the first one, the All Heroes Available event will add in the new heroes that we didn't have up to August 8th. This is in to match with the new China servers, Asia servers, coming out on August 8th. So what that means is, see in the All Heroes events from day 1 to 22, we got all the AT heroes, and then they're going to add in, we're going to get a free Olmus and a free Soren. Those are the new A tiers. And then as for the S tiers that we haven't gotten, then we'll get a free, who is it? Check the collections. So we should be getting a free Ludovic, or Ludovic, and well, yeah, that was the only S tier, wasn't it? But we will be getting a free PHRAESTO and a free Talene as well. So lots of like this is huge. Like 2 free Hypogean Celestial heroes. That's really huge, really big. So that's an amazing start to the patch. Number 2. So with the new competitive experience, they're updating Dream Realm to add in a new item called Temporal Shards. So Temporal Shards come from the yellow essence, the Temporal Essence. So currently in Dream Realm they do give Temporal Essence, but within the top 100 daily, you only get 1. If you're top 100, if you're top 50, you get 2, top 23, and top 10, 4. And so they're saying they're going to give Temporal Essence shards included into the top 100. So that means if you gather, say, a certain amount of Temporal Essence, and then you can form Temporal Essence shards, then you can form Temporal Essence. So that's a good way to gain more resources, and especially everyone's been complaining about the lack of the yellow shards. So that's really nice. Okay. Number 3, new daily quests such as recruit one time will be added, allowing you to earn extra diamonds. So that's really good. So the current daily quests that we have, pretty repetitive, monogamous. What are my quests? So the daily quests are currently, things we've seen already. They're gonna add in more. So if they're gonna add in more and they're gonna add in more diamonds, does that mean the XP points for the daily quests will be added? So instead of having 250 diamonds, maybe we'll have more diamonds, like 350 or something like this. Or there might be another tier, like another next layer with more diamonds there. So we'll see how it goes, but more resources are something like we can't complain about, so that's good. More resources. And then number 4, we're updating features to the starter story. Okay, so there's no info much on that yet. Okay, moving on, season optimizations. So number 1, we are introducing new items that let you swap the tier and exclusive equipment progress between 2 heroes of the same quality. So this is huge. This is really huge. So they're going to give us a new item that lets us swap the tier of 2 different heroes and the exclusive equipment between 2 different heroes. So what that means is, let's say you can swap between two S tiers. Okay, so who's an S tier that I don't really? So let's say, oh no, he's A tier. So let's say I have Nier. Okay, um, I can swap with, say, Odie
Good day, boss.
of their exclusive equipment. So Odie's plus 20, and I can swap if I wanted a plus 20 Nier. Okay, which I don't want and I don't recommend. I could potentially do that. And if I wanted to swap the tier, so I'm guessing that means, let's say if I have a legendary Fae, I can swap that with
Oh,
a Supreme Plus
good
Odie.
day, boss.
So that means Odie will become legendary and Fae will become Supreme Plus, which again I do not recommend. I do not recommend. Um, but this is really good because uh, I'm sure a lot of people have invested into heroes that they may or may not have regretted doing. So maybe someone has regretted getting a Supreme Plus Walker, you know, and then not sure why you would get Supreme Plus Walker, but I've actually seen it one time. And you can get the item earned through in-game events and swap it with someone else. So this is good. All you should do is think about any heroes who you feel like you have invested poorly in terms of X weapons or hero tier, and think about what hero you want to swap that with. So for me, I'm not sure. I'll have to think about it. But yeah, it's something that we can think about. Something we can think about. Okay, so that's really amazing. I'm looking this it's probably going to be limited with the amount of times that you can swap. Like these items are going to be quite rare because it does offer a chance for a full reset. So um, they might also put it into the shop, like the trolley, and you can potentially buy it with dragon crystals as well. Um, yeah, that's a way to get more money. Okay, number two. Starting in September, starter stories players will be able to unlock um, new season content earlier. So once they reach Res 240 and they complete Raihan Tales, then they can start Song of Strife or the new season, whatever. So because before you had to complete all the main quests and you had to complete all the AFK stages. I think it was up to 1125. So now you don't have to do that anymore. You can just jump in with um, Max Res 240 and Rhyme Tales. Now with number three, this is also another update for the new season player, new server players, and the new like China, Asia servers. So that's okay. They're just adjusting AFK stages. Number four. Now this is an interesting one. People were complaining that once you hit Res 240 and then you started a new season, you started again from level 1. Even though it doesn't change anything, it doesn't change your stats, so it doesn't change anything. You, like, people complained about, like, feeling that they felt like they started again, like they had to, like, all their efforts and all their time has gone to back to level 1, which is not true, but it just made people feel like that. So that's why starting in new seasons, you're going to be starting from Res 240. So currently the max res, like for the cap, in Song of Strife is 560. So after this update, instead of like reaching the cap, the soft cap at 560, the soft cap will be now chord level 800 rather than level 560. So that's interesting. But even then, when we reset back to the new season, I think we should be starting at res 240 again, not um, not 800. Like it won't stack on. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like it's just a change to, like, there must have been a lot of people complaining about this, uh, like this feeling. So that's probably why they had to change it. Okay, moving on to the season settlement. Number one, a new season will begin in September, and I think last news, like the specific, like the closest detail we got was like it's like halfway through September. So currently we're near the end of July, and so this is looking like another 1.5 months left for Song of Strife. So that means like everything that was seasonal. So this means hero upgrades. Okay, so back to Res 240, progress, the rankings, seasonal modes, they will all be reset. And this will also include the season resonance level, the equipment, the artifacts, and magic charms. So I think the most like obvious ones are like artifacts and magic charms. So goodbye to
Yes,
all
it
these magic
feels so real.
charms, and goodbye to the equipment, and also goodbye to the seasonal skills. So they won't come into effect anymore. Okay. Okay. So now we're getting some info on the new season. So with number one, they're going to add in new events. Not sure, like if that means like obviously they'll be adding in new events like Astral Fair and stuff like this, but I wonder if they'll be adding into new modes. So they didn't say the word modes; they'll be using the word events. So there'll be new events that comes with more rewards. That's obviously um, like a new noble path, um, and hopefully, so I think it will become here. So new stuff here. Yeah. Okay. There'll be updates to Arcane and Honor Duel, and more rewards from those modes. And we're going to get a new fishing mode. Oh boy. um, Fishing is in so many games, and I was hoping, personally, I don't enjoy fishing that much in real life or in games, but I'm hoping they make it tolerable. Otherwise, it will add more to the grind. We'll see how it goes. Number two, guilds have been a key feature, and so they're going to add a new guild event for the new season, and they're working on new guild admin functions. Okay. We have no info on that, no details, so that's whatever. New cosmetics, and oh, you can change the color of your avatar, and more diversified info. Okay, that's fine. And number four, we have a new faction-based mechanic in the upcoming season. So one or two heroes on your team will gain new abilities. Okay, so what this means is maybe if you have like 4 units of the same faction, you might get a bonus ability, and 5 heroes of the same faction, you might get 2 abilities. Maybe. This is just theorizing. Um, However, this mechanic is only just to give some diversity and freshness. It's not going to be in every mode. It might be in PvE. It will be in Legend Trial, that's for sure, but it won't be in some things that will affect rankings such as Dream Realm. So it probably won't be in Arena and Supreme as well. So things that are more PvE based and so not competitive based. Uh, so such as Legend Trial, the normal AFK stages, and what else? Maybe we'll be getting it in, well, so anything not competing, right? So if there's something like a Jurors Trial, or yeah, they might add it to Arcane, but probably not because it's competitive as well. Okay. And last one from here, we'll be rolling out updates and optimizations on less grinding, preset formations, and dueling between friends. This is huge. This is really huge. So everyone's been complaining about the grind, especially when the season ends, like, or when you finish the story content. It's just waiting, right? It's just getting resources and waiting and waiting and waiting. And so the things that we found fun before can quickly turn dry and boring. So all these dailies, like I've stopped doing Jurors Trials like a long time ago, and I just wait for the they automatically use my coins or trial coins, whatever, and I get the charms without doing anything. Yeah, it's been feeling quite dry. So hopefully they can make that easier somehow. So I mean, with the AFK stages they added in order progression, which is really nice. So you don't have to do anything, just put in a team and just go in. So yeah, this was really good, and they did the records as well. So you can, if you are stuck, you can just copy someone's records. But yeah, the auto battle has made life a lot easier, like the quality of life a lot easier. It'd be nice if they made the quality of life for everything, like just auto everything. Yeah. Okay. So preset formations is really nice as well. Not sure exactly what that means just yet. So whether we'll have specific maps. So you have like a specific map, say in Arena, and then we can set our specific, like you might have Arena 2 and you might have a specific heroes, or we might have specific hero combinations, and then we can drop them into any map. And as I'm thinking about that, that sounds a lot better. So let's just say you have like 5 specific hero combination that you want. So you want the new Graveborn setup. So that's this guy, this guy, this guy, not that guy, Cecia, and maybe Igor. And then you can keep that as a preset formation, and then you can drop it into any arena. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, that would be pretty good. And lastly, dueling between friends, which is personally I think is really good, because you can do a lot of testing for free. Like you don't have to use, like most people have to experiment with their arenas, like by using their arena challenges. So you just test on other people, and then you just say, okay, this works, this doesn't work. But if you can duel between friends, you can test out your formations and like without any cost. And so this is really nice. Okay, last part, rate up recruitment info. So a lot of people were complaining about including myself, why there were so many A tier levels versus S tier, and also because we've only had Ludovic as the only S tier so far, and even that feels lackluster. Like he's like mid compared, like, personally to me. Um, and so they are saying that there is no significant power gap between A and S heroes, and I did check, like, looking at the stats between A tier and S tier, like they are similar in terms of their role. So a tank S tier and a tank A tier will have similar stats, and so they're saying, like, it's not about their tier, it's more like they all have a unique role and they all shine in different scenarios. So um, this does help make my perception between A tier and S tier heroes better, but regardless, I'm still everyone has finite resources, right? We're not all Leviathans, and so, like, we have to be very, very careful about our investment choices. So, I mean, it's good that we have the new item that helps reset this, but we don't know. They're going to be limited for sure. We won't have infinite. You won't be able to swap in and out of heroes and tiers and exclusive equipment like this. You can't just, oh, I can just swap like this. It's not going to be that easy. It's not going to be that easy. So it's still going to be very limited to the amount. Like, it's still going to matter about what investments you make. So when it comes to investments, you want to look at their kit. You want to look at the versatility. So, like, I can use Scarlita in all the modes, like like AFK, Supreme, in normal arena. I'm using her in AFK stage pushing. I'm using Scarlita in Dream, okay? And her kit is, like, insane. And the most important thing is that, like, this unit standalone has a game-changing impact. So you can build a formation or a composition around them, and they make huge impacts. Like, if they are in the composition, they can change. Like, they can be the sole reason that they can win you the game. So, for example, Vala, um, Scarlita, a Thorin. Okay, so these are like heroes who have huge versatility, an amazing kit, and are game changing. And with the new heroes, so Ludovic, Olmus, and who's the other guy? Soren. They haven't. I haven't seen that in them, which is why you can see I don't have them invested. Sure, like, you can argue that they're great. They have they're cool, and they are usable. But I haven't seen them, for me, like, with my limited resources. Even though I'm a whale myself, I haven't invested in them. So it's nice that they've clarified that A tier and S tier heroes are same. So now it's just more about the impact of the heroes. Okay, so that wraps up the patch notes. So a quick summary of everything. So China's being released on Asia 8th. We're gonna get free all the heroes that we didn't get before for free. So all the Talene, free PHRAESTO, free Almost, free Soren, and a free someone else. Okay, Dream Realm. Then they're adding in temporal shards. So that means you can collect enough shards to build temporal essence, the yellow ones. And new dailies, whatever, that's fine. We can have an item or items that let you swap the tier of a hero and swap the exclusive equipment between two heroes. So think about what heroes you want to use, which ones you want to swap. And then number 2, so it's just they've made it easier to unlock the new server, the new seasons, and they're changing the way that we view the season res. So it's going to be like capped at 800 instead of 560, the soft cap. And so it will continue from season 2, res 240. In September, around mid-September, we're going to get the new season, and then all the equipment, artifacts, charms, season skill will be reset. We're going to get more resources, we're going to get new modes, we're going to get new events. Arcane and Honor Duel will be upgraded or revised. We're going to get a new fishing mode. In guilds, we're going to have a new guild event and new admin functions. We're going to get more cosmetics. We're going to get a new faction-based mechanic on new abilities depending on how many units you have in your factions. And they're going to add preset formations and dueling between friends. And they're going to try to make it less grinding. They haven't said how, but we'll see. And A tier and S tier heroes are relatively the same. It's just more about the impact, the kit, the versatility that they have. Okay, so that's a wrap. Thank you very much for listening. Please give a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.